Welcome to Crochet Basics Part 14. In this video, we're going to learn how to join on new yarn or how to change colors. This is a really important skill to know how to do, and it's so super easy. This is something that you can do with any stitch. You can make designs out of this. It is very simple. Please, 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 whatever you do, do not tie knots when you want to change your yarn. Add another skein. Please, please do not tie knots. Knots come undone. I have seen it happen. I have seen hard work come unraveled because tied knot and clipped way too close to the knot, and over years it comes undone. All right, so I'm going to show you in this video how to do it, leaving a tail in to weave in, and it's just super easy. All right, so I'm doing single crochet here, just a tiny little piece, and I'm on my second row, and I've decided this is where I want to change my color. So this is how I'm going to do a color change or a yarn change for single crochet. I'm going to insert my hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and I'm going to stop at that point, drop my working yarn, and hold it to the back of my work. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this blue, and I'm going to add that now. I'm going to work the next row in blue. So what I want to do is also hold that to the back of my work. I've just got it all pinched together back there. Yarn over with the new color or the new skein and pull through those two loops. Isn't that easy? I'm going to want to twist this working yarn with this working yarn. Okay, just twist it. That'll help bring up the pink so that it's ready to pick up on the next row. All right. But I actually am still working with the blue. All right, so I'm going to do a chain one turn because I'm working in my single crochet. All right, so my new row is worked in, the new color. And don't worry about if things look a little bit loose. You can snug them up a little later. And when you weave in your ends, that's very doable. All right, so I'm going to work to the other end here. And at the end of this row, I'm going to decide to change my color to yet something else. So we'll set that down. And we're going to pick up this light pink. Okay, so same thing is going to happen. I'm holding all of that to the back. Take the new color or the new skein of yarn, yarn over and pull through those last two loops. Okay, and I'll do the same thing here. If I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to carry up that blue to use in a row or two from now, but I'm still working with this light pink. All right, so I just did one twist there. All right, so chain one. Actually, I'm going to do the next row in half double crochet so I can show you how to change your colors for half double. Okay, so it's half double. I've chained two. That's going to stand in the place of the first stitch. So I'm going to work in the second stitch. Yarn over through all three. Okay, this would be my last yarn over pull through if I'm going to complete that stitch, but I want to change my color. So I'm going to hold this to the back. Now I'm going to pull my working yarn up that I had kind of twisted up along the side, and I'm just going to grab that and pull through. Okay, before I continue on, I'm going to take this working yarn, oops, that's the tail, I want the pink working yarn, and I'm going to twist that with this yarn end, with the new yarn, working yarn, but that's not the yarn I'm going to use. I'm just twisting it up to that stitch height. All right, so we're going to chain 2 because I'm working in half double crochet, turn, and there we go. At the end of this row, I'll change my color again. Oops, get under there. And now I've got to work in the top of that turning chain because I had a chain 2 there. All right, so again, there's one more yarn over, pull through, and I'm wanting to pull up the blue. So there we go. And now I've switched my color to blue because I'll want to continue working with that rose color. I'm going to go ahead, twist that up, but continue working with the blue. All right, because this next row is going to be double crochets, I'll do a chain 3 turn. Okay, and we'll move into the second stitch over. We're almost there. All right, the top of the turning chain. Because this is double crochet, I'm going to continue on, yarn over through the first 2 loops, and then I'm going to stop. And that's when I'll drop my working yarn to the back. And, okay, I forgot to twist this one up higher, so we're going to grab it anyway just so I can show you. Yarn over, pull through. This, of course, is not ideal, and that's not what I would want to do. It would probably be better just to cut the yarn and start with a fresh end if I make that mistake in a blanket or something like that. Anyways, that's how you change your color. It's that last yarn over, pull through, and you'll get your stitch that way. You can see you get your completed previous stitch is completely all the same color. Okay, and your turning chain is ready to be in the new color. So that's how you do it. I'm showing you here for single, half double, and double, but it really applies if you're going to do shells, bobbles, whatever stitch pattern you're doing, even if you're just working a design. And I'll show you a blanket where I did this. I'll show you at the end of the video. All right, so for something like this, stripes, you can leave your ends and then just weave them all in at the end. It depends how big a block of stripes you're doing. If you're constantly changing it, you might want to try something like this where you're twisting your yarn up as you work. I forgot to do that here, and you can see that that doesn't look very nice. And over here, this is really not so bad at all. Remembering too, putting a border around that would just wrap right over those different colored ends. Okay, that's the end of joining a new yarn or changing colors. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you in the next video. So this is the blanket that I had told you I would show you. This is all completely made out of the very humble single crochet. But the humble single crochet And the color work, the switching back and forth of the white and the blue made this beautiful, beautiful blanket. This is the front side of the blanket. This is the back side. You can see where I did a little bit of carry over as I was working over the yarn, and the color that's not in use. And you can see that I'm working over the yarns. You can see the blue peeking through here. You can see the white peeking through here. This entire blanket was done double-stranded. Only one strand in use at a time, but working over. So it's a nice heavy blanket. It's beautiful, and it actually is one of my most favorite blankets that I have made. So this is what I had showed you on the video with switching back and forth. Sometimes every single stitch I had to do that. You can see that in there. Lots of flipping back and forth of the yarn. Lots of fun though. All right, just wanted to give you an idea of how this could be useful for you. One application anyway.